All right, so thank you guys for coming today. I'm glad that you were able to be here. We're going to go over creating collections, reserving materials, and how to use eBooks in your classroom with Destiny Discover. If you're not familiar with Destiny Discover, it's the card catalog. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of that with the video.
Did you know you can access all your print and digital resources from one place? Use Destiny Discover to search for books, eBooks, websites, and digital content with a single click. Just go to destinydiscover.com in any browser, then select your state or province and school name. Click Go. The Destiny Discover homepage shows featured resources. There are two ways to find what you want. To browse from a ribbon, click the associated See All link. To find a specific resource, type your search term in the field. If you want, you can use the drop-down to narrow your search even further. Search results are organized into ribbons and tabs. The All tab lists every search result, both print and digital. If you're not sure which material type you want, you can use the ribbons, which visually highlight search results, as a guide. To see all the results of a certain material type, click the appropriate tab or See All on a ribbon. The Books tab shows Destiny print and physical resources. The Digital tab shows ebooks, audiobooks, lightbox titles, and more. The Databases tab shows search results from OneSearch, including supported free and subscription databases. Collections by Destiny is an exciting way to share resources. Collections can include Destiny Discover resources, web pages, images, documents, and more. The Collections tab shows all collections available in your school or district that are public or that you created. The Open Educational Resources tab shows results from the Learning Registry, an open shared collection of online resources. From any tab, you can refine your search using the Filter By list. For example, click Lexile to limit your search results to materials of a certain Lexile range. For details about a specific search result, click its title. You might also see other titles of interest. Click the icon to open the Destiny Discover menu. This is where you can access collections, ebook notes, your current checkouts, and resources you've saved as favorites. Destiny Discover gives everyone at your school access to the print and digital resources they need, from anywhere, on any device.
Okay, so if you guys want to just follow along with the slides I sent you out. So why I have this, I want you guys to be able to access all library materials. It's just not for the kids, it's for all of us. And then we want our students to succeed, so they may or may not know about the ebook opportunity that we have, so that gives them more ability to read more and then succeed more, and then greater access to books at all times with the ebooks that are available. And then there's ability to use in the classroom and at home, and then also part of our school improvement plan goal. And then, so we're going to walk through accessing Fall at Destiny, or just go Destiny Discover. Use your green login card, and you're going to go to destinydiscover.com. And then it's going to ask you two questions when you get there, and it's location and then the school. You should only have to do this one time, and it should save that information where you won't have to do it every single time. Your login information you'll still have to put in, but these two things you won't have to.
And did you say the kids have access to this, or just us?
They will eventually. I'm
Okay.
doing it with all of you guys first, and then with them. Okay, and if you didn't see where it said to log in, it's at the top right corner. And then you enter your username and password from your Destiny Discover card I gave you. And then when you click submit, it should let you in. Okay, and if you want to, just while we're waiting for everyone, you can browse for materials at the top where it says search. I'll also tell you at the top where it says recently added books, these are things that you can look at every day to see what books are being added to the library, which are popular titles that we have that students are checking out. And also you can search for what kinds of books, whether it's biographies or a certain topic. And this is also where you will go to place your hold and request materials. Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys extra information while you're looking around with that. There's a Destiny Discover app that you can download. There's one for Android, the one for Apple they're working on, so that one's not available right now. And also it should work with all Chromebooks. I have not tried it with the Chromebooks yet, but they're supposed to be just a little, the pictures at the bottom, just be able to click on it and it pop up. So if any of that doesn't work and you want to try that with your students, just let me know. When you're on your desktop computer, and if you want to project an ebook on the LCD panel or smartboard, you're just going to go to destinydiscover.com. It won't have an app for that one. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to pick up with creating a collection in Destiny Discover. And these are really neat because it's where you can house topics. You can collaborate, share with other teachers. You can add resources, and it's like a filing cabinet for books that you may want to check out or to use with lesson plans in the future or anything like that. Okay, and also you include your titles, who you want to make it available to, what kind of grade, subject area it may apply also. Okay, so I'll walk you guys through that really quickly, and you can follow them also if you would like to. You can understand better. And if you have questions, just let me know as we're going through. And I do have, just on the top of the slide, creating collections quick guide. You guys can go back and actually access the PowerPoint, and that will give you the information that I'm telling you, so that in case you forget or just need a refresher. Okay, so if you want to create a collection, and let's just say kindergarten's working on apples, so we want to look for apple books. All right, so we see this first book. The interest level is K through 3. So either reading as a whole group or reading individually, that might be a good book to pick. So you want to click on the title of the book, and then once you have collections set up, it will scroll down in the list. I have weather here because I've already made that collection, okay? So once I add a collection, it will show here, and then you can click on it. So this one, we want to make a different collection for, so okay. I'm just going to use the example as weather. So you would hit weather, and then it would say added to weather. So to get to your collections at the top underneath your search bar, got databases, collections, and then open educational resources. The one that you want to look for is collections. And then it should bring up your own collections. And you can also hit, it looks like they call it a hamburger menu because it's got the 3 lines. And click on collections here. And then go to private. The public ones are ones that others have created that you can access, but they may just not be appropriate for what you're looking for. And then if you click private, your own collections show up, and then click your collection, and then it shows up in a separate window. To add the different grade levels, you would click on the 3 dots that are here at the top, and then edit. And this is where you put your information in about your title. You could even add a description. And then if you make the visibility for our school, that's the collaboration piece where others are able to see what you've made and they can add to your collection also. And then when you click continue, this brings in your grade levels and then also your subjects. So you can click any that apply or just a specific one. And then click continue again, and then you can make that image. So if you're looking for an image for apples, you could click on the picture and hopefully find one that has an apple. And then click save, and that will show up in your collections. All right, you guys have any questions about that one?
I would make our own collection.
Make your own collection? Okay. So with yours, you're going to click on the title of the book. Let me go back and see this one. Okay. Right here, when you have your list, it says add to collection over to the side. I was looking in the wrong place. And it should tell you you need to make a collection. Okay, and then you're going to go to collections and actually make it before you choose it. Mm-hmm.
How come it doesn't say like collection?
Okay, click on the book.
I'll have to actually click on it.
Mine is showing. Add to your collections. And then go to collections, right? And if you guys need one-on-one help with this, I'm more than free to do that on Monday or Friday, whichever time you would like. My preference was to work with you guys in PLCs, but that didn't work out, so we're going to
Right here, whatever we do.
right. And so you would go to private and then create a collection, right?
Okay.
And all of this is in that first one where it says creating collections quick guide on this particular slide. And I will show you guys where that is on this slideshow. This first one. This is this first link, and if you click it, it goes to a PDF document, and you can just add it to your drive. The second link is how to get to the actual collections webpage, and that's where all the collections are at. Okay. And then the PDF list, I put that in there. That is an example of what it would look like if you have your collection. And then it lists, it has the book, has the call number, and then a description of the book. And this also links with Google Classroom, if you use Google Classroom, which is really neat. Okay. And then using collections, so like I said earlier, you can add collaborators. You can add lesson plans from the educational resources. So at the top, when you're in your collection, or when you're in Destiny Discover, actually, this one right here says Open Educational Resources. This is where you can add educational resources to your collections that you make, your specific collections. And this is helpful for students who have group research projects or you want to share information with them. And those also, on the PowerPoint, there's also links for those, the adding items to a collection quick guide, and then the sharing collections quick guide. And those open as PDFs, so you'll be able to save those to your Google Drive to access later.
So do I actually have like the books on here to like read?
The eBooks are, but then the books that are in the library aren't. So that's, yeah, and the list I put on your tables,
That's like an infinity.
these lists.
In the corner, right?
I think everybody has one of these. This is, you can take back with your grade levels. These are all the eBooks that we have in our library. Kind of just a quick access to see what's there and what's not. Okay, so then reserving and holding materials in Destiny Discover. Okay, so when you are wanting to reserve a material or hold it, let's find a book that is not an ebook. Okay, so this book says it's in at the top right here. So we can go ahead and place a hold on that book. And then at the bottom, it will give you a confirmation, and it's really quick, so you have to look at it. But it will say it's already being held for you or it's ready to pick up. You do not have to come to me to get those. I will bring them to you or put them in your box, okay? So even if it says it's available now, I'll know that because it sends a message back to me, and I'll pick it up and bring it to you, okay?
I'm sorry. I clicked on one and then I tried to click unhold and it says we can't unhold it.
I did too.
Okay. All right.
Do it too.
Sorry, I was just experimenting.
Okay, just let me know what's going on at the end, and we'll talk. Okay, no problem. All right, and there's not a quick guide for that, but basically all of the information that you need and how to do that is on here. The one thing I do want to point out, if you're looking for, obviously you don't need to really hold your unlimited access ebooks because you can access those quickly, but the plus sign narrows what you're looking for. So if you're typing in apples and then you specifically want to look for ebooks where it says format, you want to click on ebook. And if you're looking for just books, you can narrow it that way also. Okay. All right. And then if you want to check to see what you have placed a hold on, click the hamburger menu on the side, and then where holds are, and it should say hold ready. Okay? Doesn't mean it's ready and I've got it picked up and it's ready for your box. It just means that I've got the notification and that I'm going to take care of it as soon as I can. Okay. And then moving on to the next slide. Using eBooks in Destiny Discover. Okay. So you're looking at you also have a quick guide for this one too. It's find and access eBooks quick guide. So single-use books are going to say in at the top, like the first one that we looked at, but the blue ones have an infinity symbol. It's like a 8 that lays down, and those are unlimited access. That information is also on your ebook list that you guys have, and that means that every student in your classroom can access that book at one time. You can have it on your board, and then you can also have it on the kids' Chromebooks. They can see it. If it's just single use, just one kid at a time can use that and check it out. Okay, and then to return those, you go into your profile again, main menu, and then whatever is checked out, you would click return. And the only ones that you have to check in and check out are the single use ebooks. You don't have to do that for unlimited use. Okay? You use your arrows to navigate, or your mouse. The arrows are on the side of the screen, so you're just going to click your arrows to navigate those. And also, some of the ebooks have read aloud features, and they highlight the text as it's being read. So that's really neat for learners. Okay, so from Destiny Discover, my hope is that I will be able to bring more resources to your classroom. You can find supplemental resources that meet specific standards and allow more literacy opportunities for students, to provide additional integrated learning opportunities for students, and additional opportunities to collaborate with your team and your school community, and that our students will grow in their reading and in their test scores. All right, and then thank you for your time and for attending. And if you don't mind, please complete the exit survey before you leave. And if you have questions or want me to work with you one-on-one, I will do so.